Greetings, CYBERDOGS and citizens of the internet, and welcome to this very special 150th episode of this Let's Play Minecraft Survival series with me, RENDOG. In this episode, guys, we are going to be going through our Minecraft world with a fine-tooth comb to look at all the amazing, incredible stuff that we have built since the 50th episode of this series. And we're also going to be warping our asses back in time, guys, to have a look at what this place used to look like in episode 50 and how far we have come in 100 episodes. So, and it is going to be freaking sweet. Damn! So without further ado, guys, get your Coke, get your coffee, get your popcorn, sit back and relax. It is time for a grand tour of Rentopia. Greetings, CYBERDOGS. This is RENDOG coming at you from just outside the MOLEHOLE in this Let's Play Minecraft Survival series. And a very warm and special welcome to all new viewers and all new subscribers. And this is a very, very special episode, guys, because this is episode 50. And I am going to be dedicating this episode to all you new subscribers and new viewers who have just joined us and who have decided to come along for the ride and take time out of your lives to watch this series. So welcome, one and all, old and new subscribers alike, welcome to this episode 50, very special episode of Let's Play Minecraft. Episode 50, damn people, that is crazy, man. That feels like it was so freaking long ago, guys. We are now on episode 150, man. 100 episodes later, and look at what this world has become. It is so freaking sweet. It is unbelievable, man. In episode 50, the MOLEHOLE was kind of established, but there wasn't a lot of the stuff that you see now. In fact, there was hardly any of what you see now in episode 50. This freaking temple over here, which we're going to be getting to a little bit later, definitely wasn't here. And this mob spawner over here, this giant ass mob spawner, was certainly not here in episode 50, nor was the RD sign, indicating that this MOLEHOLE in fact does belong to me, RENDOG. And of course, there wasn't any of the sweet ass vinage, and there were still animal farms too. Which is completely crazy. And man, we have come so freaking far since episode 50, guys. And it has just been the most unbelievable journey for me, and I have loved every step of the way, guys, being with you guys all the way through. The amount of freaking love and attention and epic freaking comments and suggestions that you guys have been giving me over the last 100 episodes has just been beyond immense, man. It has been so freaking sweet. And this is really, I would say, a work dedicated to you guys, because without you guys and without your support and without all of your amazing suggestions, this MOLEHOLE would never have happened, guys. And of course, since episode 50, we changed the entrance into the MOLEHOLE. It used to be just a stairway up here where the rail lines used to go all the way into the MOLEHOLE, but of course that's changed completely now. And let's go back again to episode 50 and have a look what it must have been like walking into the MOLEHOLE way back when. What better place to start than right here at the MOLEHOLE. This is where we started the whole adventure way back in episode 1. We came from somewhere in this direction at our spawn point, and we ran into this jungle biome or rainforest biome, or whatever you want to call it, in search of somewhere to live. And we came across this mountainside, which we have over the last 50 episodes or so transformed into a beautiful, magnificent freaking castle that we call the MOLEHOLE. So to those of you who are new, welcome to your new home in this series. This is the MOLEHOLE, and I have added pressure plates to the entrance, and here you can see the beautiful interior of our MOLEHOLE. Man, it is so sweet to go back in time and walk into the MOLEHOLE on the old road, man. It was so different back then. Of course, we've modernized the entire entrance to the MOLEHOLE here. We've got double railway lines running all the way to the outpost and to the lakeside villa. And of course, we have a great road that goes all the way to the newly established farmlands over there that did not exist in episode 50. And man, look at how the MOLEHOLE has changed since then. Of course, some of it has remained the same. This area looks like it remained largely the same, but of course the interior of the molehole has changed completely, and of course the nether portal temple was added in this season, and kadam, which is a mixture of damn and kaplam, in case you didn't know. The nether portal temple is so sweet, and if you guys are just joining us from somewhere on the interwebs, we're going to go have a look at that a little bit later in this episode. But guys, in episode 50, this area was completely different. This was in fact called the box room, and it has now changed into our storage rooms. But let's go back, let's zoom back into time and have a look at what it used to look like way back when in episode 50. Let's go into the box room of the molehole, and here you can see is where we keep all of our material. We try and keep it as ordered as possible. And this is what's known as the adventure box, and whenever we go on adventures we come to this box to get our stuff. And here was our original wheat farm, and this is something that is going to move eventually outside, because you can't have wheat growing inside. I mean, what kind of stupid jazz is that? Seriously, man. Man, I couldn't have said it better myself. What kind of stupid jazz was that, having wheat growing inside the molehole with no freaking sunlight? Of course, all of our wheat is now growing in the open where it belongs, in nature, baby. And this area has been converted into a storage room. Where there was once wheat growing, there is now storage rooms. And man, it is looking freaking sweet. And of course, this box room was changed into our crafting table, and it is currently where our dogs live. Looks like we're gonna have to get a couple steaks, man. I'm getting a little bit hungry up in here. Damn! Tasty. But let's continue on our tour, guys. You know, it was crazy. Seriously, the molehole started basically right about here, I think, where we dug a tunnel into the side of a mountain and carved out a small cave. And all the way back in episode 1, all we had was a forge and a crafting table over here and a bed. And now look at what we've done, guys. But let's go up to floor number 2. Let's show you what we built on the second floor of the molehole. This is the forge rooms, which we'll get to in a moment. But one of our biggest projects of the last 100 episodes was the enchanting room, the Wizard's Tower. Let's go back in time and have a look at what this used to look like. So I'm going to venture up a level. What we eventually did was starting to add more levels to the molehole, and as you can see, we started adding more levels. Man, back then we didn't even know what we were going to do with this room. I do believe that we were going to turn it into a jacuzzi room, but instead we built another giant spire. It was the first time we actually used TNT to blow up a side of the mountain. Of course, we would again use TNT much later on to annihilate an entire section of the mountain to create the nether portal temple, guys. But here we are in the Wizard's Tower, one of our greatest first projects. You know, it was one of the projects that I started that was a much more complicated build than I was doing before, using a lot of glass, using a lot of different shapes, and you know, we got books. You know, I wanted to make this bookcase like this into a square, sort of floating in the middle of the Wizard's Tower, just for sweetness factor, man, more than anything else. And I think it turned out really well. And of course, this Wizard's Tower has allowed us to enchant some epic items, including the likes of Fang, our amazing sword, Terror, our amazing pickaxe, and many other amazing freaking items that we've been able to enchant. And this Wizard's Tower is, you know, one of the most useful parts of the molehole now. And from a jacuzzi room to a freaking Wizard's Tower, man, that is what I am talking about, baby. And of course, one of the things that has changed the most since episode 50 is our bedroom. But before we go up there and have a look, let's have a look what the bedroom used to look like 100 episodes ago. And if we follow the spire all the way up another level, we get into this big chamber over here, which was our first major project in this series. And this, of course, is my bedroom, and this is where you can see all the epicness of this world, man. Check it out. It is just the sweetness. In this direction, we have our railway system that runs all the way to an outpost way yonder there in the tundra. And let me tell you guys, if you haven't seen the outpost yet, you are in for a treat. And up here we can see the animal pens down there, which is the most recent addition to our world. Well, the views from the bedroom were certainly different back then, guys. My goodness, how things have changed up here. Since episode 50, we have managed to pimp out our bedroom, and it is looking freaking sweet, man. We added a fireplace, we made triple beds, we've got glowstone up in here, we improved our chandelier. In fact, I don't even think there was a chandelier back then. And of course, the views are completely and utterly different. If we look in this direction, we can see the farmlands, which are just, you know, something that was only in my imagination back in episode 50 and which slowly took shape over the last 100 episodes and which were only completed actually in season 2. And of course, back then we had the railway lines there, but it was only a single railway. And of course now we have a railway line that goes all the way to the lakeside villa, something I'm going to be showing you guys in a moment. And of course, if we look this way, we can see the beginnings of the Nether Portal Temple, as well as the giant structure that is the mob spawner. And man, how things changed since episode 50. My goodness gracious. And of course, as Minecraft started to get updated also, we started to add new features into the game, and man, things have certainly changed since Minecraft, the Minecraft version that we were playing back in episode 50. Let's go take a look back at what the forge room used to look like. And then we decided to upgrade the forge room, and here you can see is the upgraded forge room with more forges than we'll ever freaking need in this series, but it just looks so sweet. And this is where we put our lava when we are busy forging stuffs. And oh, the life tree, man. You know, I haven't actually taken a moment just to think about the life tree in a while, man. And you know, the life tree was one of the first user suggestions that I followed and I built. And a user suggested building a giant tree up the middle of the life tree, and damn did we do that. It was freaking sweet. And man, I tell you what, guys, the views from up here have changed so dramatically since the first inception of the life tree. I mean, it used to just be landscape, and now the views have changed 100%. Let's go back in time quickly and have a look what it looked like from up here 100 episodes ago. Subscribers and new viewers who may not have seen it yet, we built this tree, which we called the life tree, to go all the way up to the very top of the canopy, so that when we were coming back from adventures, we would easily be able to see where our home was. And that was the idea behind the lava ball and the giant life tree. And I just want to mention that most of these ideas in this series are coming from the subscribers, leaving comments in the comment section below, guys. So if you're thinking about subscribing, you can have an active part in developing this world. And I mean, as you can see, it is looking really awesome. There are 3 animal pens, and there goes the highway, and who knows what is in any of these directions. We haven't explored in any of these directions yet, so there's still so much to do. Damn, is it epic to see the landscape around the MOLEHOLE 100 episodes ago. It has changed so freaking much. It is unbelievable, man. Over here was literally just an open plains where we spawned somewhere over there, and now we can see it has become a lush farmland. And of course, if we head over in this direction, we can see what has become the Nether Portal Temple, a temple dedicated to the Nether and the Nether Portal. And the Nether, of course, a place that has dominated Season 2, and it has been an absolutely epic time in the Nether that we have had in this season. And of course, the Dogolith sprouted over here above the MOLEHOLE and above what will eventually become the Witch's Cave. And of course, the Dogolith wasn't even conceived in episode 50. And of course, Grand MOLEHOLE Station, the station that takes us to all the amazing places in our Minecraft world that are far away from the MOLEHOLE. A structure built much later on in Season 1, but which has become such an integral part of this Minecraft world. Without the connections made available to us by the MOLEHOLE, Grand MOLEHOLE Station, you know, we would just not have been able to do what we have done so far in this series. And I mean, you know, if you have just joined us, guys, and you can hear the sound of zombies, skeletons, and freaking spiders and creepers, it's because we have a mob spawning trap over here. This is
this is basically has come to be known as the butthole, and this is our mob trap that gives us experience and gives us things like gunpowder that we use to make TNT, and of course this doesn't exist in episode 50 either, and you know, it is a place that I come to often to get experience, and it really works very well with the Wizard's Tower because we can use the experience that we get from the butthole to enchant a whole bunch of stuff. But guys, back in episode 50, we had no Grand Molehole Station. We had only one way to get to the strip mine outpost, which is what we're going to go have a look at now. And let's take a quick squiz back in time at how we used to get to the strip mine outpost.
All right, here we go, guys. We are off on the railway system. This is an automated railway system using pressure plates and golden rail pads, or powered rail pads, if you will. And our second, the next of our big builds was this here bridge that was shaped to be built like London Bridge. And there you can see in the distance, guys, the mining outpost, which was the first major external project that we ventured on in this series, other than the MOLEHOLE Castle.
God dang it, how much things have changed since episode 50, from just slapping down a minecart on an unfinished rail to having a fully functioning railway network station. Wow, guys, this series has come so far in 100 episodes. Of course, we've got numerous lines now, one taking us to the Lakeside Villa, a structure we built at the end of the first season, which some of you guys may not have seen yet. We've got a structure to the strip mine, a line to the strip mine outpost, which is what we're going to go, the place where we're going to have a look right now. We've also got a line that heads over to Dogtown, and we've got a whole bunch of other new lines to make in this season as well as seasons to come. But to get this going, guys, let's get in the minecart, which now starts automatically with a button, and let's make our, oh, you cow, you bastard. And of course, this underground passageway that goes underneath the MOLEHOLE didn't exist. There was actually a ladder into that is underneath the LIFETREE, which is a ladder that went into the original adventure shaft, which was the shaft that we used way in the beginning to start this series, guys. And of course, upcoming is the Great Bridge, which I think we had finished by episode 50. But of course, the strip mine outpost has changed a lot since episode 50. It's finished, basically. It wasn't actually finished before, if you guys recall. And I do believe there wasn't a second railway line either. And as you can see, it is looking so great. It's even got its own station down here, a mini station. And we have strip mined the jazz out of this place for sure. And you know, this strip mine outpost really delivered for us a lot of materials that we needed to complete the MOLEHOLE project and all the projects that we needed in the MOLEHOLE. In fact, a lot of the cobblestone that we are using now actually came from this strip mine outpost. We still have reserves of that cobblestone that we get from the strip mine outpost. And let's go up here and have a look. We haven't been up here in a while, and of course we have such amazing views over here from up in the strip mine outpost. And of course there in the distance we should be able to see the Lakeside Villa. It's a little bit foggy today, but there you can just see the entrance to the Lakeside Villa, a new construction since episode 50 that we are going to go have a look at right now. You know, I can still remember recording episode 50 and thinking to myself, God damn, there is too much to show in this episode. This episode is going to be so long and so boring. All the CYBERDOGS are going to leave the freaking episode and dislike and go crazy and unsubscribe. But I've just realized, guys, that we have got to the end of the episode 50 tour. That was all we saw in episode 50. Well, actually, we also saw the graveyard, but we'll be heading to the graveyard once we go back towards the MOLEHOLE. But guys, I mean, we are now basically into season 2 tour. Since episode 50, we have done so much jazz, and you know, this is now the second half of this episode, and we're going to be looking at some of the new stuff that we have done since episode 50. And man, this is the first of the places that I wanted to show you guys. This is called the Lakeside Villa. This is my home away from home. When I need to get back, when I need to get away from the hustle and bustle of the MOLEHOLE, I come to my villa here on the lakeside. And as you can see, it has a miniature LIFETREE still growing in the middle of it. We still need to complete a lot of the work of the Lakeside Villa. You know, the Lakeside Villa is one of those projects that you know, it's going to take forever to finish, but we will eventually finish it. As you can see, we still have a lot of work to do here. But you know, this view gives us a view of the first time that we went on a grand adventure to find the second continent. We took a boat from this shore and we headed in that direction, and we found a second continent and our first NPC village all the way back in season 1. And kadamn, it was sweet, man. And as you can see, the lakeside villa has a nice area for storage. This is eventually going to become the kitchen, and right down there is the reason this is called the lakeside villa, because there we go. There is the lake that gives the lakeside villa its name. And the reason that I really love the lakeside villa is because I love the contrast of the wood and the sandstone blocks that we use. And this is my bedroom. This is where I, you know, sleep the nights away, and to keep everything safe. And as you can see, it's looking sweet. And speaking of sleeping, I think it's time for a nap, man. Let's freaking let's get this night out the way, man. This tour has taken like 2 days. You guys have had to stay you guys have had to stay with me in the lakeside villa, sleeping on the floor and stuff. But we are now ready to continue with our tour, guys. So why don't we head back to the MOLEHOLE using the great railway network, which is of course connects the MOLEHOLE to the lakeside villa and connects the lakeside villa to the strip mine and connects the strip mine to the MOLEHOLE. So you know, our railway network is just working so beautifully, and man, it has come such a long way since episode 50. And you know, we've got a great view of the MOLEHOLE right now, and look at that, man. Everything is looking freaking sweet, and everything has just changed so much. It really feels like this place has been modernized, you know. It's like episode 50 we were in ancient Roman times, and now in episode 150 we're modernized. We've got rails, we've got redstone, we've got, you know, powered stuff all over the show. We've got mob spawners, we've got nether portal temples, and it has just come so far. So where to start, guys? Where the hell do we start? Well, I think what we should definitely do is start with the Nether Portal Temple. You know, those of you guys, perhaps you are new to the series, you might not have seen the Nether Portal yet because we haven't been there in a while. And let's go have a look. So this was a temple built in honor of the Nether Portal. I didn't just want to make a Nether Portal just somewhere smack bang in the MOLEHOLE. I wanted to actually do something to really celebrate the Nether Portal, because of course the Nether didn't exist in Minecraft until I don't know until when, but it was a long time that the Nether, you know, you couldn't actually get to the Nether. And I think the Nether is such an amazing idea, and it really added a new dimension to Minecraft. And I'm such a huge fan of the Nether, and this is what was our first major project of season 2, and probably our biggest project ever in this series. You know, making use of a lot of different materials, making use of lava, you know, trying to make this place look really awesome. You can see we've got the lava flowing underneath the glass, and just trying to keep everything looking really, really sweet. We built these epic braziers, which was a fantastic suggestion by many CYBERDOGS. And of course, the Nether Portal Temple. But before we go into the Nether, I wanted to quickly backtrack and show you guys this door. We just ran straight through it, but I want to take you back because it was one of the first real redstone constructions that we did in Season 2. And these pressure plates actually open this door just like this. And this is called the Nether Portal Butthole because it basically looks like a butthole. And it is inspired by a design by Etho, and he's an incredible Minecrafter, and I'm very, very proud of this construction. And you know, it was really freaking sweet, guys. But I want to take you into the Nether now to show you what we have done on the other side of this portal, which is basically hell. And for the purpose of this tour, we're going to be switching to peaceful mode because you know, dying now is just not going to be ideal. And this was basically a netherrack quarry that I dug out to get enough netherrack to build what I'm about to show you now, which is known as the Pigman Spawning Farm, and what is actually the Gold Nugget Farm. And for those of you guys who have just joined us, you may not have seen this construction. It is a giant pigman mob trap designed to basically get as many gold nuggets as possible out of the Nether, because we are trying to build a monument for my granny dog who passed away last year, and we are going to be making that monument out of golden blocks. And to make golden blocks, you need a whole bunch of golden ingots, and to get golden ingots, you need a whole bunch of golden nuggets. And that is what this mob spawner is designed to do. And this is one of the biggest constructions we've done in this series ever in 150 episodes. And basically what happens is pigmen spawn up there, fall through these trapdoors and die when they land on the ground, and then we travel around in a minecart in an eternal loop, collecting their giblets and the gold nuggets that they drop. And that is basically it, man. That is the pigman spawner. If you guys want to check out how I built that, it's somewhere near, I don't know, episode 40 or so of season 2. But that's what I wanted to show you guys from the Nether. Of course, the other place that we found in the Nether was the Nether Fortress, and there are 2 blaze spawners there at the Nether Fortress. And of course, that is on the to-do list of this season 2, is to make a blaze spawn farmer. But as blaze spawn farm. But as we have not constructed anything over there in the Nether Fortress yet, it is not going to be a part of this grand tour, man. It's going to have to be a part of the grand tour of episode 250, I think. But guys, let us get our asses out of this nasty ass place called the Nether and back to freaking reality, back to the Dogolith, which is, of course, a giant obelisk monolith structure, if you will, dedicated to the subscribers and viewers of this series and of the Rendog channel. Of course, it did not exist around episode 50 of season 1. In fact, I think it only surfaced around episode 70 or so of season 1. But it has become such an integral part of this series and of my, basically of my experience playing Minecraft, that I just have to show you guys what it looks like. And of course, the top of the MOLEHOLE changed completely. It is now, you know, all well organized, looking great. And there's gardens and whatnot over here, as you can see, looking amazing. And this, guys, is the Dogolith, a structure dedicated to the subscribers of the Rendog channel and to every single one of you who takes time out of your lives to watch my videos, man. Every few episodes or so, I come to the Dogolith and add YouTube subscribers to these signs, to the Dogolith. And if you can believe it, all of the walls of this level 1 are full, and basically 3 of the walls of level 2 are full. And we are getting close to having to add yet another story to the Dogolith. And these, of course, are our quest pillars, which are reminders to me of what we need to do in the series. And my god, dad, and by diggity dog, there is a lot still to do on these quest pillars, man. And I think we're going to have a little revisit of those quest pillars to make sure that we know exactly what our freaking future tasks are, man. But before we carry on with our tour, I think it's really important that we head over to the farmlands, guys, because, you know, in season 1, episode 50, all that we had over here was 3 animal pens, and we didn't actually have any way of generating food. But now, in season 2, we have built this giant farm over here, guys, and this farm is a self-sustaining farm that is keeping us well fed with potatoes, with carrots, with sheep for wool, with cows for steak, with pigs for pork. And what are you doing in here, buddy? You're not supposed to be in here. And of course, you know, we've planted some of these awesome trees, and this wood looks so sweet over here. And all the way back here is our original farmlands, where we were growing our melons and growing our paper so that we could make the Wizard's Tower, guys. But, you know, the farmlands have come a long way since season 1, and I just think that they are looking so freaking epic. And the walk to get here is just so beautiful, you know, surrounded by trees. And, you know, it really reminds me of my high school, because I went to a high school in the mountains, and, you know, the place looked very much like this, man, I have to say. And probably a lot of the styling that I've used was influenced by my time at school, I would think. You know, for me, one of the really interesting things about playing this series with you guys is that, you know, Minecraft is always evolving, man. New patches are coming out all the time, adding new content, making this game better every single time a new content patch comes out, guys. And that is what makes Minecraft such an incredible game, and that's what makes the developers of Minecraft really an incredible team. And, you know, back 100 episodes ago, this thing over here, the anvil, did not exist, and now it is an integral part of this series. You know, this anvil has given birth to some of our best friends in this series, namely Terra, the pickaxe, Fang, the sword, and Rambo, the enchanted bow. And without this anvil, you know, we wouldn't have been able to have those amazing, you know, members of our freaking team, man. And you know, those items, I just love them so freaking much, man. They're so epic and such a big part of season 2. And you know, the forge room has changed so much since since season 1, man, and it has just become such an important part of the series. And I really hope that, you know, Mojang continues to add amazing content to Minecraft so that we can construct more amazing rooms and stuff dedicated to the incredible stuff that the guys do. Let's kick this puppy back into hard mode, guys. And lastly, on this tour, guys, we're going to be taking the great railway network all the way to Dogtown. Oh yeah, man. This is a railway network that we constructed throughout Series 1 and I think near the end of Series 1, and of course, it was during the construction of this railway network that we spoke about the Silkworm Gang, and it's one of my favorite parts of the entire series was sharing that story with you guys, and I hope you guys can remember it, man. It was good times, man, talking about the Silkworm Gang and that freaking butthole who messed up my JS. But guys, this is the great railway network. As you can see, it has been completed, and it just looks so freaking great, I think. It really takes us to a whole other world away from the MOLEHOLE with some really beautiful views and really picturesque views traveling along the railway line, going from a jungle biome or a rainforest biome into a beautiful desert biome. And you know, the railway line changes from being a very modernized railway line to being basically a railway line that looks like it's come straight out of the Wild West. And as you can see, here the desert begins and civilization ends, and we are on our way to Dogtown, our first major NPC village, and the first NPC village that was able to actually give us emeralds in exchange for goods. We haven't done any trading yet, but when Minecraft, I believe it was 1.3, introduced emeralds, I could be wrong about that, but when Minecraft introduced emeralds to the game, we had to go and find an NPC village that was able to deal in emeralds, and that is what Dogtown is. We spent a lot of the beginning of Season 1 reinforcing Dogtown with an anti-mob wall, an anti-enderman moat. And as you can see, Dogtown is completely 100% secure, and we have recently added iron golems to Dogtown to ensure that everything is freaking safe and sound up in this jazz. But guys, as you can see, Dogtown is looking freaking amazing, and man, it is, you know, we've got a bedroom in here, we've got iron golems patrolling, you can hear them stomping around. There they are. Oh, they're all jazzing out over here in the corner. What are you guys doing, man? What are you guys up to? You're supposed to be working. Stop jazzing around up in here, man. Go do some work. And of course, here are our villagers looking really kind of sickly and kind of weird. But this is Dogtown. Oh my goodness, there is a skeleton over there, dude. Go do your business. Attack, kaplam. Man, he owned that skeleton, man. Damn, that was awesome. Whoa, dude, you can stop now. Oh man, so welcome to Dogtown, guys, our first major NPC village, and oh my goodness, thank goodness that we've added freaking golems to this town, man. Look how many mobs there are up in here, man. Damn, dude, you got some more work to do. This way, go this way. Come on, this way. Down the road, man, there's freaking mobs there. Hey, Butthole, do your job. Oh man, this dude is just freaking out over here, man. Oh god, I've attracted the Enderman, he's coming for my ass! Oh my goodness gracious, that was frightening. I have to say, that was absolutely frightening. But anyway, guys, this is Dogtown, and basically where our tour ends, we've got one more spot to visit, but this right here is the giant noob crater of 2012, a spot where we exploded via a creeper, and it wasn't good times. But guys, our tour is got one more destination, and I will see you on the other side of this kaplam, where we will conclude this tour and say goodbye for episode 50. And I'll see you on the other side of this kaplam. Kaplam! Well, CyberDogs and citizens of the internet, we are at the final stop of our grand tour season 2, man. Episode 150. Can you believe it? We are in the graveyards of Rentopia, and we're going to go down a little trip down memory lane to remember all the times that we have died since episode 50. Of course, this gravestone commemorating when we fell to our death from the giant lava ball. Here was a was a gravestone erected for the infamous episode 69 where Herobrine destroyed the molehole, that freaking butthole. And of course, this grave was dedicated to me when I died like a noob while trying to place ladders in the great giant booty ravine near the lakeside villa. We erected this gravestone to commemorate when I was blown up by a creeper outside of Dogtown, where the great noob crater now lies. And this stone, it was erected to commemorate the time I was slain by an enderman like a noob in the molehole because I looked at him in the eyes and he zooped into the molehole and owned my ass. And of course, this was the gravestone erected for our first major death in the series, where we lost many, many diamonds in lava in the giant ravine in the first adventure shaft beneath the molehole. Good freaking times, guys, man. And now the moon is coming down too, making this last time spent in the graveyard even more creepy. And of course, guys, this is the graveyard for season 2. But in season 2, we haven't died that many times, but we have built some gravestones, namely for our friend Batty, our adventurous bat who follows us on our caving adventures, who died like a noob in lava. For some reason, she decided to fly straight into into lava for some reason, man. And I still to this day cannot understand what the hell Batty was doing, man. And of course, Jock, our dog, who died while defending his master against a creeper while his master was trying to get some sand. Oh God, the sadness. May his soul rest in pieces. Of course, we have a new Jock to replace this one, but you'll never be forgotten, Jock. And of course, we've got a couple gravestones to commemorate our deaths in the nether while building the pigman spawner. And unfortunately, this death was on peaceful mode. How newbie can you get, guys? Well, that is crazy, but I can't believe it, man. We have come to the end of our tour. This has been unfreaking believable. I've enjoyed making this episode so much, man. It has taken me down a trip down memory lane, and you know, it's been great to have you guys with me, man. But you know what, guys? The truth of the matter is, let's get real, guys. This would never have been possible without you guys. None of this that we have seen today would have happened if it wasn't for your guys' undying support, undying love, constructive criticism, comments. You know, all the guys on dogcraft.net, the loyal CyberDogs on dogcraft.net, every single one of you who takes time out of your lives to watch my videos, man. None of this would have been possible without you, and this has just been the best year of my freaking life. Being on YouTube with you guys and building all this immense stuff with you guys, it's just been the most incredible journey that I could have ever wished for, and I never wanted to end, guys. You know, all I have to say is thank you so freaking much for watching 150 episodes of this series. And here is to 150 more!